I know sometimes it gets difficult when you're studying English, but you gotta hang in there, stay strong, and practice every day. So, hang in there is a phrase that we use to give people motivation, right? We say, hang in there, man. It's like saying, don't give up, hang in there, hang in the fight, basically, stay in the fight. So, the verb hanging is like to hang, when you're hanging on something. So you're hanging in the fight. You're holding on, hang in there. Hey, hang in there. Also, we use it a lot when somebody's going through a difficult time emotionally. Like if somebody's dealt with loss, we might say, hey, just hang in there, man. I'm here if you need me. Hang in there. Hang in there. And of course, the example I gave, when you're studying, sometimes it's difficult, but you got to hang in there.
To play it by ear, this is a phrase that we use to talk about when you just kind of improvise plans, you just plan as you go along. We say, oh, we'll just play it by ear. Are we going to dinner tonight? Let's just play it by ear. So that's one way to use this expression. The other way is if you play music by ear, like you don't need to look at the music, the actual sheet music for it, or you don't need to read the tablatures or whatever. You just play the music by ear. You play it by the way you hear it, right? So you don't need to read the music. You're playing it by ear. So we say, oh, I just play music by ear. I always just play the guitar by ear. I don't need to learn how to play the guitar. I just listen to how it sounds and I can play those sounds.
I'm in it to win it. So this one is probably pretty obvious, but this is something we say when we want to win something, right? We say, I'm in it to win it. My goal is to win. I'm in it to win it. Obviously, this expression is probably pretty straightforward, but I wanted to point it out because it rhymes and it's kind of a fun one to say. So I'm in it to win it. This is something you might say if you're doing some sort of competition, like, I don't know, maybe you're going to play in a basketball game or you're going to race somebody. You say, I'm in it to win it. It means that you want to win. Hey there, I wanted to share with you guys some quick vocabulary that I came across today while I was reading some news, and I think it's some good words that might feel intimidating, but they're actually pretty simple. The first one is outlandish, right? And this means something that's absurd or kind of from out of left field. It's something that is just unbelievable or there's not much merit behind it, right? So an outlandish claim is like me saying that, if I eat ice cream every day, I'm going to lose weight. That's outlandish. That's crazy. And another one is far-fetched. So far-fetched is like when you're getting an idea, but you're really reaching, right? You're really stretching the possibilities here. It's far-fetched. To stick out like a sore thumb. So this means that whatever you are doing is very obvious. It draws people's attention. People can see that you're doing it, or people notice it without making much effort, right? So a sore thumb, let's see if I'm flexible enough to show you my thumb. A sore thumb is like when you smash it with something and it's black there. We call that a sore thumb, right? So whenever you have one of those, everybody always asks you, oh, what happened to your thumb? Because you're sticking out like a sore thumb. So you're very noticeable and drawing people's attention very easy. To pop the question. So this is a phrase that we use specifically to talk about when you propose to somebody, when you ask somebody if that person will marry you. We say, did you pop the question? Or I think I might pop the question tonight. It's a way of talking about proposing to somebody. First come, first served. So this is pretty literal, but it's a very common phrase, and it basically means that the first person to get there will be the first person to get whatever it is that is available. So basically, an example would be like if I'm giving away a bunch of my old CDs. Nobody has CDs anymore, but if I'm giving away a bunch of my old CDs, I might put a post on Facebook. Hey, I have a bunch of old CDs. If anybody wants them, first come, first serve. It means the first person to get there is the first person to take them. I'm not holding them for anybody. Or maybe if I have a bunch of old pots and pans I want to get rid of, same thing. I could say that whoever wants these, first come, first serve. I'm not reserving them for anybody. Wow, you're really going to town on that English assignment that I gave you. Good job. So to go to town means like to go all out, to do something to the maximum potential or the maximum effort, to do something all the way, to go to town. The most common example would be like, if you're working on a project, somebody might say, wow, you're really going to town on this. It means you're doing a really thorough job. You're really working hard on it. Or if you're eating food really fast, maybe you're really hungry and you have a sandwich that you're just eating really fast, you might also have somebody say, wow, you're really going to town on that sandwich. It's like you're eating it really fast. To go to town. It doesn't ring a bell. So we've talked about this one before. My car's interrupting me with its noises. I need to put my seatbelt on. I'm not driving yet, I'm just warming up my car. Anyway, it doesn't ring a bell. Basically, this one is one that we talk about when we don't recognize something. You say, oh, it doesn't ring a bell. Like if I'm like, hey, have you heard that new Lady Gaga song that's like, my poker face? And you don't know it, you might say, no, it doesn't ring a bell. Or if I say, hey, have you met Steve? He works in the IT department. You might say, no, the name's not ringing a bell. It's like, I don't recognize it. It doesn't have any sort of bells ringing in my head, basically. So it's not triggering any sort of memory. It's not ringing a bell. So today we're going to talk about a word, not so much an expression. The word is whack. To whack. It's a verb, right? You can whack somebody. Like when you hit them, you whack somebody, or you have to whack. It's W-A-C-K, right? But the reason I think that this word is interesting and worth teaching is because we also use it to talk about somebody who's crazy. We say that person is wacky or a wacko. So if somebody's crazy or just acting crazy, I could say, what are you doing, you wacko? Stop it. This guy's wacky over here. Could be crazy funny or crazy like actually maybe problems in the head, but then we also use it, we will say somebody's a whack job. This person was a real whack job. It means that person was crazy too. But the base of the word is to whack, which is to hit, or a whack is a hit.